like the feeling of failing, but I was always taught to put other people first. Okay, so I am at an Airbnb in Baltimore and I wanted to do my makeup. My birthday was in April. I had to reschedule this staycation because I live in DC. If you are seeing this, and I'm in DC. I live in DC, but I'm in Baltimore for just 2 days fully, and then I wanted to do my makeup to take photos. I didn't want to do my hair because I had been too nutted and I feel like tension on it, and I already have a big forehead, so I hope that my mic is working. I have a mic that I got from Amazon, and I'm trying to get better with being confident being on camera. So I'm just gonna try to talk through me doing my makeup, and just talk about life. I'm starting off. Neutrogena. I'm about to start with my brows. Unexpected life turn. I won't talk about. At this moment, I put edge control on my brow. And next I'm taking, this is bad, but maybe a matte poreless. Okay, so you just gotta see me from the side. So I did my brows with the edge control, and then I put the powder. Okay, got it off. It's already break off. I'm nervous, but I'm gonna work with what I got. I'm first gonna go in with this elf hydrating camo concealer. It's in the shade Deep Chestnut. I have since I was a kid, I feel like I hold trauma or stress or anxiousness in my body, especially here. I feel like I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, I don't really want to get too deep today. I just want to have fun. I haven't filmed any cute creative look, and I just want to do that. Hopefully I can make it cute, so I'm gonna start. Alright, so I'm taking the satin spray again. I put some of the concealer under my eyes on my forehead because I have a line from, I honestly used to just mess my hair up so much because I didn't feel like, my hair was appropriate. People don't be addressing how much effort people put into trying to make you feel good about your hair, your skin, your body, and it's like, do you feel better? You don't, but I get it. I'm not gonna say I've never been a shit talker, but it's just I really try to work on not being quick to judge people or anything. Social media is fake. I think that people don't understand how easy it is to abuse each other. I feel like we all get wrapped up in ourselves, myself included. You know how since I was a child, I was known as being strong, which means easy to abuse, easy to take advantage of people pleaser, because I didn't like that feeling of how you could just feel how, it feels different around people when you're not doing what they want. And even though, me, I'm the type of person, I'll keep saying something and then people will just take my feelings as a joke. And now that I've been sober for 460 something days, but I feel like I trust myself more. And although I'm not always able to probably articulate stuff in the way that people find socially acceptable, I'm very awkward. When I was younger, I did feel very isolated. Even though I was around my family, I didn't feel understood, and I didn't feel anything I care about, it really didn't matter. It was just you're smart, so sacrifice. But it's just learning at 28, I'm almost 30, to actually not feel bad about certain things because I don't like feeling bad. But when you struggle with, like, depression and stuff, it's not really in your control like it is, but it isn't. But it's up to you to try to be positive. Like, I really just have to work on to remembering a word or like a curse. So I need to speak more positively and not keep even thinking backwards, but just be present. And yeah, oh, with this one, I don't know. I feel like I know I have a lot to work on. Like, I do this thing where I will be doing really good. I just create scenarios in my mind, and then I don't know. I talk myself down a lot. Like, I always talk negatively instead of talking positively, and then it's like, it's only when I get to a point where I think that somebody pushed me too much. Like, how people underestimate you, or they just don't really understand you, even though you do your best to explain. Like, I don't know if I'm making sense, but yeah, I'm just like always thinking of creative stuff, but then I don't. I always feel like, hey, am I gonna get bad at this? Like, I don't like the feeling of failing, but it's just because of the way I was raised. I feel like my family, there was a lot of stuff like misogyny. So I feel like since I was young, I was always taught to put other people first. So many black people, black women, especially anyone that is feminine presenting, people are always want to try to cling to you for nurturing, and it's like they want to soak up all of that, but then it's like it's tiring to you, and it's never like people don't reciprocate anything these days. Like, I feel like people just think of you as like a favor or like a filler. That's how I feel. I've always felt that way in my life, and I don't know why. People use me to cope because I just always like to just be. You know how people always like call on you for something, like when something bad happens, or they know you're gonna be the one person to turn up to support them if something good happens. But it's like, if something is important to you, they'll downplay it and make it about themselves. And I got to a point where, like, in my friendships, I was like, okay, this is not healthy. Like, I'm not doing this right. We're not treating each other like we should as people. Everyone wants to look good, and it's like, it's okay to make mistakes. I know as black people it feels like we can't make mistakes, but that's not true. I feel like we have to fight that feeling that you have that you're not doing enough, because I feel like it's led me to be in this constant cycle where I'm not happy. I just pretend to be happy, and then when I can't pretend for people the way they want me to, they just get so abusive, or it's just so volatile, and it's very frustrating. Life sucks when you just start doing things, even if it's day by day or week by week, month by month, blah blah blah, that really does make a difference. Being able to open yourself up, like your mind and stuff, good. Sometimes if I'm upset about something, I won't see the other person's point of view, even if they did something that was wrong, because I've done things that are wrong. So I don't want to be quick to judge, but I don't like that people think they could just hurt you, and like, you could just hurt me, and then when you want to feel better, you'll come speak to me, and that's not fair. It is hurtful, because it's like, okay, when you have something that's important, you can't really call on that person because they don't care, because it's not really about them. And if they are there to celebrate you, then it then turns into, well, who are all these other people? So this is this. Like, I prefer, honestly, I like hanging with my friends one-on-one a lot of the time, because to me, group dynamics are overwhelming, and it just goes back to people wanting to feel superior. Like, it's always this power dynamic. Like, I wish everything wasn't about power. Like, I wish it was more about freedom. Like, why can't it be about not obsessing over a career or school or money? It's so hard to focus on that, especially like if you've been working a long time. Like, I've been working since I was young, When you do that, it's hard to see the world the same, or like, this is just my opinion, but to be optimistic about anything is so hard when every day is like a battle of survival. Like, you have to fight to really stay alive, and then also you just suffer. Like, you gotta be traumatized by the way you live, and you gotta be traumatized by the way you live. Be traumatized. Violence. So many people that don't have housing, that need help. So many people with mental health issues. It's just crime, and people commit crime because they become desperate because they don't have anything, and it's hard to, like, obviously, I know a lot of the times when, I don't know, but I feel like with violent crimes, people don't intend for it to be violent. They just think, okay, this person looks nice enough, and it's like, we all have to pretend all day long, every day, in order to survive. And when you don't do that, you really, it's like, it feels like to people you falling out of line, you know? Sorry. Like, I could be very strong-headed, opinionated, and like, I like to talk through stuff, and I feel like I'm often seen as being aggressive because I don't like when you don't talk through stuff with people, because again, I don't like how the way they treat you, it changes. And yeah, I just feel like it's unfair how we do change the way we treat each other depending on what we can or can't get from each other. And it shouldn't be about that. It should be about, I appreciate you as you are. And I feel like, I don't know, it's just hard. It really is. Like, everybody, I feel like we all just live in a constant state of like stress and trauma and stuff. And when you always are living like that, it's hard to feel like anything is getting better, even if it is, but it doesn't sometimes feel fast enough. And that's when people do those things that if they just had some type of extra support, you know. And I get it, it's really hard to support people. When I had like 2 incomes at one time, I would just be sending money out and doing stuff as much as I could for people, and always spending all my money on drinks, even though it's like, girl, 15 an hour, you know. And then as I try to keep climbing to make more money, to feel like secure enough to really like focus and grow and be a part of like the growth, or be included. Whatever I do next, I want to try to really keep fighting to be able to be creative and also like maintain organization and stuff. I'm nervous because it's gonna be, well, everything can be hard if you see it that way. I just feel like I'm trying to work on making like some sort of actually what I need versus what I want. Because sometimes what you want is not obviously what you need. And I feel like, as someone who is now sober from alcohol, I really have to still, even though it's been over a year, be more focused and be more organized in the way that I prioritize myself, instead of always being organized in every other way. And then I'm just pushing off things that I want to do, but instead I'll just sit and watch other people and feel like, okay, it's not a possibility for you, and that's not fair to do to myself. So that's why I'm making this video, because I miss making videos. It's hard to talk on camera for me because I'm always worried about if I look crazy. I feel like I'll be looking crazy. I'm just going back in with the Maybelline. Wish I had a spoon. Next, I'm taking this L'Oreal Hydra perfume. The first one was a matte, and this one is a blue. I'm gonna let it sit and then finish my eyeshadow. A lot of people watch YouTube to judge people, if not everybody. I don't know why as humans we talk so much shit, but we all need each other. The way that trauma can manifest, and people could do stuff that they probably couldn't even process that they were doing. I used to do mascara. I don't fall. Okay, so this is how it came out. I'm gonna put my hair up first. I'm about to wet it, put it up in a ponytail, and then put my outfit on, my earrings on. I didn't bring rings or a necklace, so it's pretty plain, but the shirt is like a little crazy, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And it'll probably be filmed the other way for real, because I have my phone, I don't have my camera. So I'll be back.